SSC actually wrote the bid for this particular project. I and Francis Scott at the SSC wrote the bid for mobile knowledge and learning solutions, and it's an area we've been moving into for about a year. And we've done some initial work, including a fairly major research project on using PlayStation portables to deliver workplace learning, which was a very, very successful project and won a national award, or won 2 national awards. One was the Microsoft Prize for e-learning and the other one was a Guardian Public Service Award. And since then we've begun to look at how we can use smartphones to deliver information to people, and also begin to move into using iPads and developing learning resources that work on tablet devices. So we're really keen to kind of push the adoption of mobile technology, mainly because the vast majority of our workforce are not based in an office environment. They're not sitting at a desk. Most of them don't have access to computers in the workplace. In fact, a big local authority in Scotland has asked me to go and speak to them because they have 1,000 staff who will never have access to a PC at work, which kind of then implies you need to be using mobile technology to deliver information and learning to these staff. Otherwise, you're kind of reducing your opportunities for your staff to learn and develop. One of the reasons why we're keen to push the adoption of mobile learning technologies, especially the use of mobile devices to deliver all kinds of learning development, is because of the potential cost savings to the sector. Across the UK, we spend somewhere in the region of £3.9 billion a year on just run-of-the-mill in-service learning. And that doesn't include people doing formal qualifications. So if we can move 10% of that to delivery on mobile, we would be able to kind of free up about an additional £349 million a year that would be able to be reinvested in services to the sector, and that's a significant cost advantage to looking at mobile learning. As well as, alongside that, there are hidden costs that we actually mitigate, so things like disruption to service by removing staff for the workplace. So there's the kind of direct savings, but there's also indirect savings. The other thing is we get a big gain in the effect on learning. People come to a training centre for a course and leave to go back to the workplace. The research tells us that within a day they've lost 80% of everything they've heard. If you can deliver to the mobile device in the workplace and allow people to repeat access that same material, even for 10 minutes a day, the retention rate goes from 20% to a high 90%. So there's a significant gain to be made in terms of learning outcomes as well as financially.
It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Lots to think about, lots to learn, and really informative. It was really good. I think I agree with Keith. It's about making sure people really learn what they're being taught and put it into practice. So as an employer, I want to make sure the training's high quality in terms of what difference it makes to service users and improved outcomes. And I think we move away from the classroom to make sure learning is experiential and real. So for me, the priority is making it work as opposed to being a theory-based thing.
Has your organisation already used any mobile solutions?
No, not at the moment. We have started trialling the use of technology in the classroom, but this would be a step further to making it within the care home itself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yourself and who you work with?
Yes, so I'm Amanda Moss, and I'm a board member of a voluntary domiciliary care agency called Eskin Company.
And how do you think the presentation went?
I think the presentation went very well. It was very engaging. People were very interested, and the speaker's enthusiasm really came through, and involved people in thinking about the whole topic perhaps more creatively than they would have otherwise.
What are your training priorities?
Our training priorities are, because we deliver services to high risk service users with mental health and perhaps other issues, presenting issues such as learning disability, often been institutionalised most of their lives. And so we're working with risk. So managing risk is one of the things that's a priority for us. Health and safety, personal safety comes into that as well. And managing professional boundaries, those sort of three things, because we work with service users in their own homes, in the community. So the whole thing around risk management, maintaining safe boundaries, personal safety are our priorities really. Because any kind of failure on our part would lead to a lack of confidence in our service and a loss of work, lack of confidence in the communities as well. So we have to prioritise risk management in particular.
And then finally, does your organisation already use any mobiles?
Some of our staff were involved in courses with the Open University and use mobile apps as well as other forms of e-learning like texting and internet use as well. Yes, but it's only through the OU at the moment. But we are interested in developing our own materials alongside an IT provider for use within our own organisation. Okay,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
My name is Susan Connolly. I'm Health and Social Care Manager for ACT Training, and we deliver QCF qualifications in the workplace.
How do you think the presentation today went?
I found it very interesting, and also the gentleman sort of made me think about how we could use the technology, to benefit our learners and the nursing homes that we go to.
Do you already use mobile solutions?
No, we do have e-portfolios for our learners on business admin, but obviously this sort of technology would be great going out to the care homes and so on and working with the learners directly.
And what are your training priorities?
Well, obviously we have to deliver training to the learners who are doing the QCF qualification. Our priorities at the moment are numeracy, literacy, and then just doing workshops generally on mandatory training.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much.
Sense